Hey there! So you're bootstrapping it, trying to figure out the art and science that's grant writing. Good deal. So in this video, we're going to be running through the free resources that we provide at learngrantwriting.org so you can get underway consuming that knowledge right now. Let's hit it. Hey there, I'm going to record this on my screen because it's a little bit easier to watch. So if you go to Google and search Learn Grant Writing and get below these ads, you'll see actually, very handy, some of the free resources right there. But anyway, here it is, Learn How to Write Grants. So the website's learngrantwriting.org, which I guess you could also just type in and that's easy. Okay, so let's start with the courses because I think this is the most helpful. So if you go to courses and go free grant writing class, this is a tighter version of what we teach in our main grant writing program on the 7 steps to writing a winning grant. So in this, you're going to learn how do you prepare for success, like how you put together a kickoff meeting and put together a narrative skeleton and all of that so that you're ready to go. Then we talk about attachments that everyone's fearful of, including the budget, and I will show you where you can actually get a template of our budget, which is very helpful. And then we talk about narrative writing, right? So how you write persuasively and how you actually package this all together into an application. So that's a good place to start. And that takes about, it's about an hour long course to get through. Okay, then if you click on resources, this is where there's basically 4 different links for things that you'll find helpful. I'll start at the top. So book is not free, but it's not really very expensive. So you can go on to Amazon and you can get a copy of it. Or if you scroll to the bottom, let's see. Here you can actually listen to the audiobook for free. We went into the local radio station actually and recorded it. And so you can, just listen on the go. Makes it much easier. So that's the book, resources. Then this is a good page. So this is free grant writing resources. We're constantly adding to this. This is sort of a one-stop shop. So here is the grant writing budget template I was talking about. This is really a handy thing to have, but just something to be aware of is that these documents are in like Google Docs or Google Sheets. So please don't request access because that would mean I'm giving you editing access. But what you'll do is you're going to go File, make a copy, or if you're a Microsoft user, go File, Download, and then you can download it that way. So look, you can see someone's actually in here right now as a giraffe. So anyway, that is, I'm not going to run through how this thing works. You can go watch the mini course to learn how, but that is just a quick FYI if you're trying to get access to these sheets. There's a funding research matrix, kind of helps you organize all the grants that you're considering and deciding on the 2 to 5 you actually want to pursue. Here's our sample kickoff meeting agenda. As I talk about in the mini course, how the success of your whole application seriously comes down to your kickoff. So important to start off. And then here is information on a letters of support, which we've got a really long blog post on the steps to getting absolutely amazing letters of support. So that's that. We are big advocates for using instrumental.com. It's an online grant database. It's modern, it's so refreshing, works great. So be sure to check that out. We also have a guide on how you can get set up because there's definitely some nuances to actually getting through it, especially if you're a small nonprofit. So tune into that, and then that's a free class. So there's the resources. Then this is probably my favorite spot on the website. So these are trainings that we've put here that you can rewatch. So a lot of times with students in our program, we do webinars every month, and so we'll post the best ones here. So this is a really good one to start with. So this one is for people that are exploring if grant writing is something that they really want to get into and trying to decide if this is worth the time and investment to learn about. So we talk about common traits among successful grant writers, what all the career opportunities are that are available to you, whether you're going to land a new job or start a freelance business, etc. Go there and you'll learn if it's for you. Okay, and then the other videos, just to give you an idea, this one was such a fun training. It was on how to use the Freedom of Information Act. This is a US thing, to get your hands on some past successful applications. Here's how to use Instrumental, that grant database we love so much. This one came out right in the thick of COVID, right? So strategies for working from home, project management for grant writers, and then this is another really popular one on how to start a consulting business as a grant writer, everything you need to know from finding clients, how much to charge, etc. So that's just a quick update on that. Then bebop down to the blog. So this is also getting new content about once a month. So and a lot of different grant writers contribute to this, which is really cool. Like Helen Richards here just submitted this blog post to us, and she is in the UK, which is just really cool. Excited to see this become a real global platform. So like this is probably the most popular post of all of them is actually this one. 5 strategies for invite-only grant funders. So you'll know what this is when you go to you want to go apply, and the foundation says we're invite only. Like you have to be invited to apply. So these are some tips on how to overcome that. Fiscal sponsorship is another hot topic we like to point people to. Like don't start your own nonprofit necessarily. How can you partner with an existing one that already is on operation, so you can do the part you love? They can handle all of the administration. And then another one we like to share, interestingly, all in a row, are these valuation of the top 10 grant databases. So there's a lot out there, and they cost a big different. The cost is very different depending on which program you're looking at. But we do a deep dive on it, which took lots of time. So we'll save you from having to do that. So anyway, just tune into this. This is where. This is another popular one, how to search 990 forms to get information on the giving history of private foundations. So that's that. The final thing I want to draw your attention to is if you go under company and go success stories. This is cool because this is where we're able to share a bunch of, it sort of reads like a blog, to be honest. Like here's Emily Dodge. She actually just landed another $6 million grant. So I haven't updated this post yet to reflect what she just did, but this was a $3 million one that she had landed. Such a boss. So what's helpful is that we do interviews with them, and then we're able to kind of draw out that nugget of knowledge and put it here so that you can make use of it. There's so much to learn from the mistakes and triumphs of other people. So if you want to just spend some time reading through those, I think you'll find them really helpful and you'll learn a thing or two for sure. There's Emily being a rock star. So speaking of interviews, the other thing to check out would be our YouTube channel is another great resource. So let me pull that up real quick. All right, so here is our YouTube channel. So it's organized into different playlists. So the first one is about the how-tos of grant writing. So we just cover, they're usually not even very long videos. Look, these are like 2 to 5 minutes, right? Not huge, but covering stuff that really matters and can save you a ton of time. So, for example, here's one on how to omit needless words in your writing, right? Makes a big difference. This one is on the 7 steps to writing a grant. Not sure why the steps are mixed up and not in order. I'm going to have to look into that. I think maybe it's organizing it by views. We just uploaded that. But something I really love, and I think you're going to love as well, are these grant writing unicorn spotlights. You can learn so much from others and the path that they have walked ahead of you. So be sure to go check those out. That's another great resource. Here's where we're posting a bunch of those grant writing classes. Not all of them. We put more of them on the website, but that's a sampling. And then this is what it's like to learn with us. If you're trying to decide, okay, I've consumed all the free resources, I want to actually get professionally trained. What does their program, it's called Grant Writing from Start to Funded, what does that look like? So these are some of the things that we cover on, like, why is there a unicorn as a mascot, and what are roadblocks that you're going to encounter, and what the heck is a funding strategy, right? So that's that. And then I guess popular uploads are just everything else. So there's that. I hope you find that as a useful resource because we are posting new videos pretty much once a week. Okay, so back to the main website. Just the last thing to pay attention to is after you've consumed all your free resources, go in, eat it all up. You're going to learn a lot. But if you want to have it all laid out in a very logical way, have all the templates you could possibly want, then definitely be sure to check out our program Grant Writing from Start to Funded. So it's where you learn how to organize yourself, be confident in how you organize and pursue grants, actually figure out, here, I'll get actually down to it. So here is about how you actually prepare to pursue grants, right? Second one's about finding grants. This is kind of our secret sauce. It's about how you research grants and figure out, okay, here's 100 in this database. How do I get that down to 20, more manageable? And then ultimately, how do I decide the 2 to 5 grants that you should pursue in the next 12 to 18 months? And that is the hard part. And once you've done that, seriously, writing grants is the easy part. I'm not even kidding, because you are focusing on the right grants in the first place, right? And then we also add bonus trainings regularly. So when a topic's coming up over and over and over, this is where we park it, right? So lesson 2, that one on energy management has actually been really popular lately. I think we all know these things, but it really helps sometimes to see it in the context of grant writers. And then we also have a private community group of grant writers. So you're not lonely trying to figure this out by yourself. You have other people to safely ask questions, right? So yeah, that's pretty much it. I think you'll find there's some FAQs there and you can kind of get all your questions answered, but otherwise feel free to reach out. Hope you found that helpful in just navigating where are the free resources to start to really get your arms around grant writing so that you can become a grant writing unicorn. That is how we roll around here. We like seeing people transform into completely magical characters that drive positive change in their community. So if you have any questions, drop them in the comment section below. Hit like and subscribe if you want so we can get you more video content that you find helpful and free videos. And that's it. All right, that's a wrap. Have a good day. See ya.